This is a response video to ShdwTaco, I believe is probably how you'd pronounce his name. I normally don't make a lot of videos. I make one every other day or so just to let it sink in. I don't like inundating people with videos because I feel like I like taking my time, kind of composing my thoughts and having a idea behind each post versus me just kind of talking. But he had some good comments, and I think it's a nice postscript to the YouTube Respect campaign video that I had up last week, and then I posted a video this morning about kind of the follow-up to the campaign and some of what had happened to me and how I kind of was attacked by my first real hater. And he had some questions about the campaign. ShdwTaco had a real nice video that I'll be responding to, and he had some questions for me to flesh out this campaign a little bit. And he just wanted me to outline the campaign a little bit more. Hi. This is the real Anakin. Okay. He wanted me to flesh out the real campaign a little bit. And I'd like to do that because without getting into it too much, the one problem I felt like I had with my video for the Respect campaign was I spent 3/4 of my time calling out other people that are positive, which is necessary. But my real idea behind this campaign is just to bring some positivity and respect back to YouTube. Now, by positivity, I don't necessarily mean that all we have to talk about is happiness and good things and rainbows and lollipops and all that stuff. We can talk about the darkest, deepest thoughts we have. I mean, the world is a rough place. But what I mean by positivity is that we just need to respond to each other in a little bit more positive way. And that doesn't even mean we need to always say, hey, great idea. Just let's be polite. So his first question to me, and I took a bunch of notes, so I wanted to hit his points on this. His first question to me was, what was my definition of respect? That's kind of a hard question when I just sat back and thought about it. Respect is an intangible. It's like define love. So I looked up the definition in the dictionary, and I agree with it in its purest sense. The two definitions, definition one, it's an admiration for somebody elicited by their abilities, qualities, or achievements. The second definition, which I believe this campaign is more about, is due regard for the feelings, wishes, rights, or traditions of others. Kind of treating other people with some kindness, treating them politely, treating them humanely. And that's to me what the campaign is really about. Treating somebody with a little dignity, even if you don't agree with them. I've got, my best friends are very conservative. I'm very liberal. One of my closest friends who I go sailing with every Wednesday night in the summers is a staunch Republican. And I am not. And I disagree with almost everything he says. But while we sail, we have these wonderful debates. And we get a little heated, but we treat each other with dignity and friendship and kindness and love. And we can create a dialogue. And you learn something from this dialogue. Another one of my friends, the one I talked about, that I had the video chat with to kind of help me through this first hater thing, he's a Christian, and I'm not. And we have some amazing theological discussions, and we disagree a lot. But it can get heated, but it's heated with a passion. But yet there's a respect there that I never say, you're an idiot, or he says, I'm an idiot. And sometimes I feel like he could, he has such faith, but he doesn't treat me that way at all. He respects my opinions. So to me, that's what this campaign is about. Why can't we treat fellow YouTubers like we would treat a friend or a coworker? At least be courteous to them. Again, we don't have to agree with them. Just be courteous. Like I said, treat them like you'd treat a family member, somebody who maybe you don't even agree with. A lot of times you don't agree with, but just try to bring something positive back and create a dialogue. That's, to me, the positive side of it and the respect side of it. Then you had some questions to me. Can respect be bought, earned, or stolen? That goes back to that other definition of the admiration for somebody. I don't think admiration can ever truly be bought in its truest sense, and I don't think it can be stolen. It can be earned. I've got a lot of people who, for one reason or another, whether it was a first impression or just some disagreement or something, that I didn't like. I'm not saying I like everybody. I dislike people. I don't agree with people. There's people I don't like dealing with, don't want to deal with, don't have to deal with. But through knowing them, learning about them, talking to them, a lot of times, like people I work with, suddenly you're forced to work with them versus just hearing something about them. You gain an admiration for them, and you realize your perception of them was wrong, or you see a change in them. In that way, you can gain respect somebody, or it can be earned. But also, conversely, I don't think it can be stolen, but it can be lost and it can be taken away. I was a huge fan of Bill Clinton. I still like Bill Clinton. I love the Clinton years. But when the whole Monica Lewinsky thing came up and how he dealt with the pettiness of the definition of sex, and when you kind of find out some of his less than admirable moral choices, I lost a lot of respect for the man. And that happened. So I don't think it can be bought. It's like buying love. You really can't buy love. And it can't be stolen, but it can be lost and it can be earned. Your other question to me, or your other points you made, were about haters, positivity and negativity. I don't consider somebody who disagrees with me a hater. I consider somebody who rips on me because I have red hair a hater. I consider somebody who puts a comment up like "you're stupid" a hater. If somebody puts up a comment and says "I disagree with you because ... that's not a hater. That's somebody with an opposing perspective. The world is full of people who think something differently than we do. That there's nothing wrong with that. That's how we grow. To me, the haters are the little piss ants who hide behind a veil, who don't have videos up, who don't show their faces, and just criticize somebody. And there's a difference between criticizing somebody and critiquing somebody. You can critique me and say, I don't agree with you because of A, B, and C. When you criticize me, when you insult me and say, you're fat, you have red hair, you sunburn easy, we should torture you, we should tie you up under the sun, that's hateful. Saying, hey, I disagree with you because of this, this, and this, that's having an opposing view. And that's what I'm trying to get the point across, is bring on your opposing views. Let's talk about it as adults. And you don't have to admire me or have any adoration, but show me some regard for my feelings. That video that person put up yesterday, it ruined my day. I mean, I was blown away that somebody could be so hurtful to me about my hair color. So that's the difference right there. So those are kind of my outlines for the campaign. Oh, one other thing I wanted to talk about is you talked about video comments. The only reason I don't do a lot of video comments is I don't have time. I like to do videos about every couple days. And I have a hard time composing my thoughts under 10 minutes. I'm running short now. So I don't do, that's why I do a lot of comments versus video responses, because I have my own topics and I look at this still as a journal, a video journal. So that's why I don't become part of more of the commenting thing. I felt yours was necessary because it really added to, it fleshed out the campaign a little bit and added some points I couldn't add in my under 10-minute thing. So my time is running out. I hope I answered all your questions. I look forward to creating the dialogue. Hey man, thanks for a really well thought out video. I know you commented to somebody that, hey, you're only 15, you don't have a lot of life experiences, but you really showed some respect and dignity, and you showed maturity there. And if you didn't tell me you were 15, I would have had no idea. So, thanks a lot. Peace. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.